On Facebook, welcome back from the blackout. It's Dave Simney, 12-Minute Mentor, just coming to you live, just back from Arizona, hence the D-backs hat. And I just wanted to share with you some people. I was on a lot of threads for my business. I run an online business and on Facebook and Instagram, and a lot of people were freaking out for 7 hours. The longest outage in history, caused a lot of people to second guess and double think and just kind of freak out a little bit. So I don't know if you were freaked out at all, but raise your hand if you had any panic moments whatsoever. Definitely some people were freaking out and panicking, but you know, anytime a situation like this arises, the best thing to do is to learn from it. So I'm going to give you the top 5 things. If you like this, put value for adding value. Please share this content if you want to get anybody who runs a business on Facebook. If you just network on Facebook, any business whatsoever where you have all of your contacts on Facebook, or you have a large group or anything, you want to hear this. So tag some people on this, and I just ask that you share it if you like the value, or tag people on it. All right. The number one thing we learned from today's debacle is diversify your social media. So Instagram and Facebook went out, as well as WhatsApp, which is a big way to reach out to people internationally. But what platforms were thriving? My gosh, TikTok was going off. I heard TikTok was absolutely buzzing, and Twitter. People were getting back on Twitter after years away. I'm sure LinkedIn was pumping as well. So guys, you got to have diversity. They always tell you this about your income, your investments, to diversify your portfolio. Same thing with social media. So that was the first thing that I learned. The second, have your contacts off of Facebook and onto a third-party like texting platform or messaging platform, such as Project Broadcast or Telegram. There's different platforms out there, but if you have a customer database and you rely on things like Facebook Messenger as touch points for your business, you definitely want to get your contacts off of Facebook. Put them on a Project Broadcast. You can. I'll post a link to Project Broadcast to get you a little cheaper price if you want. Telegram as well works as well. There are many other platforms that do this. I've heard of like Slick Text. I've heard of all kinds of different platforms. The one I was using up until about a year ago shut down, so I had to pull all of my contacts off. But that was a big one to have all of your customer touch points off of Facebook and Instagram. So anytime you have customers, you got to migrate those over to those programs so you can reach out to them off of the platform. Number 3 thing that we learned, put your lives and trainings onto a third-party system, such as a website or YouTube. So if you have a lot of lives, like this live exactly, we do a lot of trainings, we get a little lazy, don't we? Get complacent, and we just house them all here on Facebook or Instagram, but we don't realize that when those go out, you have no access to them. And heaven forbid Facebook or Instagram were to shut down for anything more than, a day or two, or what about a week, or what about a month? What if they were just somehow hacked and removed altogether and everything was lost? Well, if you had diversified and put your lives and your trainings onto, say, YouTube, for example, or uploaded them onto a website, or saved them to your hard drive, all of the above, right? You're protecting your investment. Has anybody ever had a laptop or computer just totally crash out on you? I have, and it's not a good feeling. And I vowed to never let that happen again. So thank goodness these days we have a thing called the cloud. But I don't even trust the cloud. I actually back up all of my information, you guys. I back it up onto a hard drive, an external hard drive, and iCloud. I do both. Call me crazy, but that just makes sense now. What's the 4th thing we've learned? I'll recap for those of you just joining us. Have an email list that you can build, like Constant Contact. That's the most common one that people use. I personally have all of my customers in an email database. They're completely outside of social media. They're also outside of my back office for my company as well. So that's the 4th thing. And the 5th thing. The 5th thing I learned is how much I love having a business on social media. When it was taken away, I realized, holy crud, You might have to go back to the old way, and the old way is not fun. The old way involves a lot of junk that you remember that you used to have to do to build a business that isn't fun. Driving around, buying lunches for people that don't say thank you, going to meetings, going to conventions, going and shaking hands, going and networking, going and spreading germs everywhere, going around, getting dressed up, spending gas money, going and setting up shop at trade shows, spending money on trade shows, thousands of dollars for people to buy one bottle of your product. I mean, literally in-home meetings and presentations and pounding the phone all day long and three-way calls. These are all the things we used to have to do in our business that used to suck up our time, suck up our energy, and used to cause us to have to be married to our jobs. And we don't have to do that anymore with social media. So the fifth thing that I realized was how much I truly love social media. I'm going to continue to protect. I'm going to continue to learn more. I'm going to continue to double down on this business model that we can do from anywhere from our cell phones. It's so much better than it ever has been in the past. And so that was the fifth thing I learned. Again, if you got some value, tag your teams, tag anybody that should hear this on this. And I hope this added some value to you today. All right, have a great day and let's rock and roll. Thanks for watching.